What is going on, Scorpio? Welcome. Oh my goodness. Welcome back to my channel, Elevate Your Energy. It's Jazi, your favorite Cali reader, your spiritual consult and eclectic practitioner. Oh my goodness. I literally was 12 minutes and 47 seconds into your reading before I realized that I didn't turn my mic on. And while it was recording, there was no audio because it had the thing plugged in, but yet the mic wasn't on. So so luckily I haven't got very far, but I was shuffling the tarot to get into the tarot. So let me just go back into, okay, we're gonna start again with I'm gonna just, do my best to rechannel, what I got for you guys up until this point with the cards that did come out, the oracles that we got so far. So anywho, Scorpios, I hope y'all are doing well. Oh, I hope y'all are doing good. Yeah, I know it's been a little minute, but if you're feeling so called, so guided, please check out my Gumroad. Okay, all of my services are there. All of my current offerings, at least at this time, are located on my Gumroad, as well as a free blueprint to digital products, done for you digital products, as well as my very own digital product planner that has two versions. One with the rights to resell, to rebrand it, make it your own, and resell it for 100% profit, as well as a version to just use on your own, just to use it, right? So feel free to check that out if you're feeling so guided to. All right. So getting into, it's already been a day before before you're reading, Scorpio. So I'm just like, I'm really kind of proud of myself all simultaneous. Just a lot going on right now. I'm feeling proud of myself in this moment because I wanted like something to happen earlier, like before I came back home and started your reading, that I really could like wanted to cry about, and I didn't allow it to nearly knock me down like it would have any other day, right? And so just in this moment, that's what's coming through for me. And so maybe that's a message for some of you as well, right? Is where you could crash the fuck out and you choose instead to give yourself grace and be proud of yourself, focus on how proud of you are of yourself that you didn't choose that route instead. Like, take that time for yourself, even if that's in this moment that I'm channeling that. Do that. So I got channeled messages for you guys, and they were about watery energy. So some of you with this reading, if I didn't say it, which I feel like I didn't, this reading is for the week ahead. Okay, my readings as always are timeless unless otherwise specified. However, this week ahead reading is timeless, so whenever you see it is when it is meant for you. So just something to keep in mind. They are general in nature, meaning they're not going to resonate with all of you, nor are they meant to. So please take what aligns with your situation and leave what's meant for someone else where it's at. Okay, so channel messages that was coming through for you guys before I started your reading first time was about watery energy. That some of you may be or maybe feeling really emotional at this time. Some of you may be going through some really deep transformations at this time, which I know a lot of us are. That feels like a theme, like a repetitive theme. It feels like we're always going through some major shit, right? Um, and that's just what it is. But it hits different. It's related to different things. It's different every time. Like for some of you, it's like a new layer of like peeling an onion, right? It's going another layer deeper, another level deeper, right? Some of you, what also is coming through now that I didn't get before was some of you are in this deep dark energy because you're channeling your dark feminine. That's one message that I'm getting this time around that I didn't get the first time. What also is coming through this time is that some of you as well are activating. I'm hearing activating your gifts. Some of you, your the gifts that are already activated are being increased. They're being expanded in some type of way. Others of you, you have gifts that are coming online that have not yet been activated, but that are being activated this week. Like I said, whenever you watch this, whenever you see this reading. So, the other messages that had come through first time was into the abyss. Okay, so some of you may be feeling like I said you're in a really dark place, really dark space, and given that if you're going through one of those that are going through like a really deep, dark, really intense transformation, that explains why. Okay, this is not the time to lose yourself to the darkness. This is not your time. This is not the time to like give up. Is what I mean, and lose yourself. Okay, if it means, if you feel like you're losing your mind, that's okay. It's okay to lose your mind, because that's something outside of you. It's not, you know what I'm saying, internal. It's not the core of who you are. Sometimes that's necessary, because in losing what they call your mind, that's you essentially purging all the things that we were indoctrinated with, everything, all the things we're conditioned to believe was real but wasn't. See what I'm saying? So there's always a benefit if you allow yourself to see it. There's always a benefit to your challenge, perceived challenge. Okay. um so yeah, into the abyss, darkness. Some of you, what I was also getting was, this could be a very creative time for you. Okay. Some of you are really being asked to dive deeper into your creativity at this time. Okay. Not sleep on your creativity. Okay. No more procrastinating on it. Okay. So, um, we talked about this at the beginning of the reading first time. Nine. Some of you may be seeing 999. Okay. Nines are represent completion, wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups, like in the tarot, is wish fulfillment. Completion, accomplishment, getting things done. Okay, reaching some sort of goal, some type of cycle ending. We are also in the year of the 9 year. Okay, some of you may be seeing 999. Okay, we have a nine here. We talked about this year being the 9 year, and this card came out for you guys as well, which is nine, Treasure Island. So, like I said, some of you may be manifesting something that you've been wanting. For some of you, it is a brand new car. Okay, so car had actually came out for you guys, as well as bees, and Treasure Island in this deck. Okay, this is at the bottom. So yeah, some of you Scorpios may be seeing nines at this time. You may be seeing that this week. That could be, I highly recommend paying attention to what's going on around you, as well as the thoughts you're thinking when you see these nines. Okay, because that's when you can tell, because they're not always going to mean some. What I've learned, at least from my experience with synchronicities and things like in science from the universe, is what they mean one time you see them is not always going to mean the same thing the next time you see it. Okay, even if it's shown to you in the same way, like, meaning, like, say you see it on a license plate, right, when you're driving, just because you see it again on a different license plate, right, it doesn't mean that it's telling you the same thing it told you the first time. You see what I'm saying? So it's just, that's why it's just important for you to check in with yourself when you see these things, because then it'll give you hints to help you decipher what it's trying to tell you at that moment. Okay. Sometimes it's going to telling you to check your thoughts. Okay. That you're so close to having what you want. Don't do that thing to sabotage it, or don't let that person back in because you're so close to manifesting, or you see what I'm saying? So whatever that thing is, like, say you're so close to, you've been doing good with something, and then you're just like, God, I want to relapse on maybe drinking again, or smoking weed again, or something. You're so close to something, right? You've been doing so good, and the spirit saying you're so close to having something that you want. So the saying, don't forfeit your blessing before you get it. Okay. So so yeah, let's quick read the keywords for car. Okay. Car you're manifesting. Car you're manifesting is so close to being yours. Go test drive it. Make room for the car of your dreams. Keep moving forward. You're so close. Don't quit before your blessing aligns. Explore. Go on an adventure. Take a drive. Go on a road trip. Vacation. Travel. Okay, so that was another thing that it came through the first time for you guys, was about, some of you have been working really hard. Okay, because these represent hard work as well. All right. Some of you Scorpios, especially ones that I know, y'all don't take very many vacations. Y'all, they work really, really hard. Okay, so if you're one of those Scorpios that work really, really hard, some of you are being asked to take a small vacation, even if it's like a staycation, where, meaning, you can't maybe leave your town, your city, but you can do something local. Okay, even if you can't maybe get a hotel, which I would recommend. If you can take a weekend to yourself. If you can, do what you can with what you have, is what I'm saying. Okay. But if you are able, if you have the resources, the means, the opportunity, okay, to at least go on a trip, somewhere local, do that. Others of you, if you're able to go somewhere out of town, even better, right? But, some of you, whatever it is, okay, give yourself a break. Some of you need to give yourself some space and grace to, relax. Okay. Because if you're constantly in this go, go, go mode, and you're overexerting your masculine energy, and you never allow yourself to get into your feminine energy, which is a receptive energy, you're not going to manifest. You're not going to easily, at least, um, align and receive the things that you're asking for, the things that are in alignment for you to receive, because you're too busy in your masculine energy. That creates imbalance, right? When we overexert, we're doing, and going, we kind of miss the things that are trying to come in because we're too busy doing focus on the output versus allowing the input. Okay. Um, so yeah. So let's talk about bees. So bees is holistic healing, natural remedies, elevate vibration, solfeggio frequencies. Some of you need to meditate as well. Okay, meditation is really good for you. Some of you are really being guided to focus on that at this time as well, especially if you haven't been doing that or it's something you maybe used to do and haven't been doing lately. This is Spirit's way of telling you to get back into it. Okay. Energy healer. Hard work pays off. Don't quit. Network. Like minds, teamwork. Okay. What I was also getting for you guys before as well was that for some of you, you may be aligning with someone, you may be meeting someone, maybe at work, or someone you're maybe being invited to like a networking mixer or something like that. If you're being invited to do something like that, go. Okay. Also, what came to me earlier for you guys as well was about the plane crashes and things we've been seeing lately. Don't let that stop you from traveling. Okay. It's more so about discerning where your energy lies. What do I mean by that? If you know that your energy is more leaning towards fear and doubt, that, oh, I feel like it's not a good idea, blah, 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 follow that. Okay. Because all you're going to do is manifest that to be accurate. And then you're going to be upset with yourself because, you know what I'm saying? You had that inkling and you didn't listen to it. And it's not really because it was telling you ahead of time. It was really because that was the dominant energy you're vibrating at. You see what I'm saying? You have the ability to change, to shift the outcome of any situation, but it's more so a matter of what vibration is stronger. Meaning, if your self doubt on or regarding the situation is stronger, then just go ahead and just, you know what I'm saying, listen to that. Meaning, if you're like, say, you need to take a flight, right? And and because of all of the chaos you've been seeing in the news and on social media and all that, and you're like, oh, like they're saying don't fly, and that's really the purpose, right? Is to fearmonger us into not flying so we won't want to leave. That's another story for another day though. But let's say that your self-doubt, right, your fear essentially, is stronger than your trust that you'll get to wherever you want to go safely. Then just go ahead and just stay where you at, right? But on the flip side, if you're confident in knowing that wherever you're trying to go, that you'll get there in one piece, take that fucking trip. Okay. You decide how this shit plays out. You're the operating power of your reality. And it's time for all of us to really step into that knowingness and continue to vibrate in that and operate in that from that place. Okay. So last card that came out for you guys was 9, Treasure Island. All right. So this is about getting things that you want, okay, having the life that you've asked for, that you've desired. So this is Spirit saying again, your hard work is paying off. This is not the time to give up. This is not the time to quit. You are closer than you fucking think, Scorpio. Okay. If there are things that you're maybe kind of like, that are like maybe happening, ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? Okay. If there are things that you're finding yourself, maybe like I was saying earlier, wanting to like go back to that isn't good for you, this is the time to ask why. Why do I want that thing? What do I think is better in going backwards than my blessings that are waiting for me going forward? Okay. Ask yourself. Sometimes you need to just give yourself that space to ask that question. It's just enough time to allow that energy to pass, that emotion, because that's what emotions are, energy and motion. Okay. They're just meant to be acknowledged, felt, and released. Okay. It's when we hold on to them that creates problems. So this feels like if you allow yourself to just release it when it comes up, right? Because you're not attached to it, and by way of distracting yourself long enough by asking why do I feel like this, or why am I being tempted to, why am I being pulled in this direction? When you give yourself that space to ask those questions, sometimes that was all the time you needed to let that energy pass, and then next thing you know, it's gone, and you don't even have to worry about it anymore. Okay, so let's see what's going on for Scorpio. Spirit for the week ahead. They look forward to, they need to know as it pertains to the spread, clear and accurate messages for Scorpio. Knight of Cups. Okay. Okay. So it's about the Knight of Cups. Knights, they can definitely be messengers, um, as well as pages. Okay. 10 of Swords flipped out sideways. Interesting. Um, but this is again about a forward progressing energy. It's about following your heart. Okay. Um, Especially maybe as it pertains, some of you may have recently been betrayed or felt like you've been betrayed or something like that. Spirit is this is Spirit's way of trying to tell you, to take a break, okay, to maybe get away, go on a vacation, okay, and that I feel like is important to your healing, okay, where that applies. If that's not your message, it's not your message. But Even if for some of you it's not anything like, dramatic or traumatic, even if it's just work. Some of you are just overwhelmed by work. You're over exerting yourself. Some of you are really on, like, on this, in this burnt out energy, or on the verge of being burned out. You don't really want to let it get that far. Okay. um hmm. Yeah, I feel like Spirit is also saying this week, Scorpio, to really follow your heart at this time. Okay. I feel like for some of you, follow your heart when it comes to something that you're thinking may be going on behind your back. Okay. If your intuition is telling you, even if you can't prove it physically, listen to it. Okay. You're being asked to trust yourself at this time. Now, what I'm also getting is, for some of you, if things have been feeling really difficult in your life lately, okay, Spirit is saying continue to follow where your heart is guiding you, where it's pulling you, because that is very close to being over as well. Okay. Some of you, it can end faster if you continue to do what you're doing and align with your heart space, where your heart is telling you to go, because that's going to guide you the right way. Even if it's not comfortable, it's going to guide you where you need to be. Okay, but it's up to you to listen to it. So let's see what else for Scorpio, please, for the week ahead. What's going on for Scorpio? At least I feel like I got audio now. The Artist. Okay. So this is like a major arcana in this deck. It's not an actual major arcana in the tarot. So, but it's kind of read that way. So like I was saying, okay, Spirit is, this is again about what I was talking about, that some of you Scorpios are really in this creative energy this week. Okay. So this is that energy of um allowing yourself to be a visionary, focus on the vision that you have for your life. Where do you want it to go? Continue to paint on a blank canvas if that's what's available to you. Okay. You have the ability to decide, like, even in delays, like where things feel delayed in your life, that's also giving you an opportunity to decide what that delay means for you. Is it bridging the gap to what you're asking for, to your desires, or is it a problem? Is it an issue? You see what I'm saying? You are ultimately have the ability to decide what that means for you. So Spirit is saying to create, what it is that you want to create, getting clear about what that is. Okay. And some of you, this is about getting clear about that. Others of you, this is about, if you have the clarity, focusing on that. Okay. Because you're, like I said, some of you are so fucking close to getting what it is that you want. That's why Spirit's saying you're this close. You need to get clear. Some of you have been maybe teeter-tottering back and forth about something. And Spirit, it feels like some of you are getting too close to the deadline, to where Spirit is saying you need to make a decision, on or off, in or out. You know what I'm saying? Are you in or you out? Make a choice. You want it or you don't. Enough back and forth. Some of you are being asked to really decide. And if you're having a hard time deciding, ask yourself why. Why do I want this thing? Right? And see what comes up. If it's something superficial, if it doesn't light your soul on fire, then okay, that I really don't want it as bad as I thought I did. It really isn't for me as much as I thought it was. Okay, cool. And make peace with that. Right? But at least you're being honest with yourself. Okay. And in doing that, being honest with yourself, it frees up that energy to focus on what you really want, to focus on the vision you really want to create for yourself, the vision you really have for yourself. Okay. But that starts with being honest with yourself, asking the tough questions, doing the shadow work, going within, going into the abyss, going into the darkness. That's where the most beautiful things are created, in the dark. Right? Babies are in the dark for 9 fucking months. Right? So it's overall outcome message for Scorpio. Please. Overall outcome message for Scorpio. Looking ahead. Anything else? So at the bottom we have the Four of Wands and the Strength card. So Leo energy. Okay. Some of you, Leo, may be of significance this week. But others of you, this is about pulling on your own inner strength. Okay, being strong, because look, come on, come through Spirit. Come through Spirit. Four of Wands with the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. This is the stability, getting the stability that you worked for. Okay. Celebrating. The celebration after all the hard work you've put in, after all the work you've been doing, finally celebrating. Okay. Others of you, this is Spirit saying, we support you taking a break. Some of you need a fucking break, and Spirit is letting you know, we support that. You work hard. Give yourself some fucking space. Give yourself some grace. Go take a break. Go take a nap. Okay? Some of you, that is what this is about. All right? Because some of you are being asked to really you work really hard, but spirit is you're being supported while you take a break. Some of you are scared to take a break because you're too concerned with what you think you're going to lose during that break. Spirit is saying you don't need to worry about that because you're supported. It's like having paid PTO, so you don't have to worry about losing your job or not getting having the money, you know what I'm saying, to take the days off you need. Spirit is saying we got you, you're supported, but we need you to recharge your energy so you have it to put into your work, and you know um take action towards your passions, towards the things that you're passionate about. Okay, it's like some of you, like the way I my back just like getting these like fucking itchy little spasms. Okay, it's like some of you, that is what this is. Okay, that's like spirit using using me as it's supposed to, as a channel. Okay, to let y'all know, like that's your indication, to like let you know you're supported. Yeah, you're supported. Whoever's watching when that happened, you're supported. Okay, spirit is letting you know you are supported, you are divinely supported. You have to know that for yourself though. All right, but balance. This is also about patience, Sagittarius energy, but this is also about healing, okay? Alchemy, right? When you're able to get yourself in a balanced equilibrium energetically, that's when you're able to turn, alchemize and transmute, turning water into wine, right? Turning challenges into opportunities, okay? Turning problems into solutions, right? That's alchemizing. That's transmuting energy, okay? But you can't do that if you're not recharged, if you don't have the energy you need to even do that. That's why you need balance. Okay. So it means taking action when it's necessary, right? But also relaxing and taking time for yourself as well. Okay. Taking a fucking break, Scorpio. Okay. Taking a vacation sometimes. Okay. So let's keep going. Just going to clarify these cards real fast so we can see how else this unfolds for you guys for the week ahead. And then, and it may change. The whole storyline itself may change. We'll see. So, Spirit, please clarify what's the Knight of Cups? Why is it here for Scorpio? What's the Knight of Cups here? The Moon. Interesting. Okay. So it's a hidden energy. So some of you, this could also be someone that you're maybe working with, or that some of you may meet while you're traveling, that has an interest in you that y'all don't know about. Okay. Let's see. Clarify the Ten of Swords. Why is that in reverse? Why is that sideways? Why is the Ten of Swords sideways, please? Why is the Ten of Swords sideways? And for some of you, this is a hell of a side message, but some of you, there's someone that maybe some of y'all are dating or dealing with that isn't trying to make is trying to block things from ending, but you don't know this. Okay, this is someone who has feelings for you that some of you are unaware of, that you're being asked to hold back from. Some of you know who this is, but they're karmic. They are a person, meaning they're meaning when we say karmic, I'm not talking about the toxic way, karmics and karmics, karmics like like we're just projecting and we're not, like we're not a karmic as well. I'm not speaking from that sense. I'm speaking from the place of someone who is sent to teach you something. Okay, someone who is in your experience aligned with you on a specific timeline, that part of your journey, to teach you something, okay, or a few things, and maybe vice versa. Okay, it could be both, meaning you're teaching them things as well as them teaching you things to rebalance, to balance the scales of karma. Okay, it feels like for some of you, someone is trying to is trying to keep you from ending something. Okay, to keep things going, and people do that to stay connected to your energy, and that's not good because that's essentially the same equivalent, energetically speaking. It's equivalent to having like a hole in your pocket and change falling out. You see what I'm saying? It's leaking energy, it's leaking money, right? It's leaking stability. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because when we're talking about people and things like that, that's connected to your sacral chakra as well as your root chakra, your chakra of emotions, and where we have connections. Those are your centers of manifestation as well as stability, right? Okay. So it's important to allow these cycles to close and be mindful of people who are in your experience, who are aware that you're pulling back, or you're outgrowing each other or whatever, and they're trying to keep you around on purpose. Okay. They're trying to siphon your energy. Be mindful of people like that. That's why some of you, again, are being, in this energy, um, going forward in this energy of like holding back, okay, or being asked to stand in your confidence, okay, be confident in what it is you're asking for, be confident in where it is that you're being guided to go, what it is you're being guided to do, especially when it comes to decisions you're being guided to make, okay. Make sure you're clear about why you're making certain decisions. While yes, the universe is very supportive on everything we do, even if it's not for our highest good, the universe will still support you because that is how supported you are. Does not mean take advantage of it. Does not mean check in and not ask the questions that need to be asked. Okay. It's like saying I'm protected, but let me fuck around and find out and jump in front of a car and hope I don't get hit. Like, why do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not do that. Right? Let's keep going. What's the artist? Spirit, why is it here for Scorpio? What's the artist here, please? 3 of Cups. So this is about working together. Okay. So some of you may be guided to follow your heart when it comes to maybe working with a particular person. Okay. When it comes to someone who maybe is very creative. This could be definitely someone that you've worked with before or someone that you have some type of history with. Okay. Um, this person could definitely be exactly what you need right now. Okay. They may be definitely a good person to collaborate with, especially when it comes to your creativity, to your artistry for some of you. Okay. Also, what I'm getting, Scorpio, for some of you, if there is someone in your experience who has done you wrong or who has um like backstabbed you, betrayed you in some type of way and tried to keep you from seeing it, just know that even if you're not fully aware of what happened or maybe you know what the payback was, just know that karma is taking care of it. Okay. However that shows up, sometimes that's by your own doing without realizing it. Sometimes it's your spirit team, your guides, your ancestors acting on your behalf. You know, I don't know that relationship between, you know, all that. So, but I'm just saying, for some of you, that, you know, that has been a concern. If there's something going on behind your back, someone is getting justice for that. Your karma will be served for someone doing something behind your back. If there is someone as well, some of you, this is also random, but it feels like it's for somebody. Scorpio, whether this is yourself, okay, or this is someone you know, whoever this dings confirmation, whoever is dating someone or seeing someone behind someone else's back, meaning if someone's in a relationship and whoever is cheating on the other person, karma is going to be served. It's in the cards, and we have like 4 major arcanas here. I'm just saying. So if this is yourself, it's like this reading is telling on you. Now if this is someone else that you know, Scorpio, this reading is snitching out on them. Okay, it's snitching on the ass, letting you know that for some of you, it's artists that someone works with, okay, that someone's collaborating with. That could be who this person is. But again, it feels like it's something happening to teach you a lesson. It's giving you plot twist energy. It's something some of you didn't see coming, you weren't expecting, okay? Or this could be hitting someone else like that. How, like I said, take it as it applies if it's your message at all, right? Because it feels like it just took a left. And that's sometimes what happens when you clarify the reading. It kind of clarifies the message and makes the message more clear. It doesn't mean that the other ones before weren't valid, but it just makes it where that's where this is going now. Maybe that was for the first group of Scorpios, and now we're transitioning to a different group of Scorpios. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm getting, right here. So that's very interesting. Some of you are also, Scorpio, being asked to not see red. Ones that I know, if they see red, it's a wrap. So I feel like you're really being asked to hold back, okay, for your own good, all right? Okay, if you don't got bail money and you care about your freedom, all right, let's just maintain ourselves. Let's tame the beast, okay, for real. Let's clarify strength. Spirit, why is that here for Scorpio, please? And like I said, it's like Spirit is saying that sometimes things happen because you have so much good shit coming. Not everybody's meant to go where you're going, is also what I'm getting here. So understand, Scorpio, that if you're finding out something, if you're on that side, the receiving side of the situation, where you may be finding out that, oh, someone's talking to someone else or someone did you wrong, blah blah blah, it's going to they're going to get what's coming to them for that. Okay, you don't have to worry about that. However, though, on the flip side of that, if that is yourself, okay, you're not exempt. Facts. Okay, so clarifying the strength is the King of Cups. So for some of you Leos, this is about, holding yourself back, staying emotionally grounded, staying emotionally balanced. Okay. Others of you, this could be someone you're dealing with. Okay. Um, Look, Eight of Wands at the bottom. It's about forward movement, forward progression, things moving very quickly. Okay. It feels like things are, for some of you, it feels like if something, like I said, for those of you that are finding out something is happening because something needs to fall apart in order to fall together. It's like it's happening because it's not an, excuse me, it's not in alignment with what it is you're manifesting going forward. It's not, something is not in alignment with the timeline that you're aligning to. You see what I'm saying? So it's like something has to end. That's why this shit is happening. Some of y'all, it's like you're like, why is this happening? Some of you are questioning, like, why is this going wrong? Things were great, blah, 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 not realizing that sometimes that's a sacrifice. We ask for certain things. That's why they say be careful what you ask for because you just might get it because we're not aware of the sacrifice that's required in order to get the thing. It's all energy. So it may show up in different ways. We think that it'll be equal exchange, this for that, money for money. It don't always work like that, right? Sometimes to get a bunch of money requires you to let go of a few people. And it ain't always going to be just, releasing the connection. Sometimes them transition off the planet completely. You don't know, right? So I feel like this is essentially ultimately happening for your benefit, but it's ultimately if you allow yourself to see it that way. Okay. But like I said, this is definitely a week of being in your power, pulling on your own inner strength, and maintaining your emotional grounding. Okay, meaning that you're not making decisions from an emotionally imbalanced place. Okay, that when you're whatever you're responding to, however you're responding, whether it's verbally or otherwise, that you're doing it from an emotionally grounded place. Okay, that it's well thought out. You're calmed down. Okay, you're as calm as you, I guess, as you can be in a situation. Okay, that's going to benefit you the greatest. That's going to benefit you the most at this time. Okay, that is what's going to help things get you. It feels like that's what this Eight of Wands energy is about. It's going to help you move beyond something way more quickly than you thought. Okay, and that's interesting because I thought I saw, I did see, I fucking knew it. Underneath the temperance that we had talked about earlier, okay, or maybe I talked about in the first reading. So anyway, Four of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, I think this was the first reading. I was talking about this. The Knight of Wands and the Temperance. Okay, underneath that is the Emperor. Right, that's in the first deck that I use for you guys. Now, underneath the Eight of Wands in the clarifying deck is the Emperor again. So it feels like whatever feels like it's falling apart, Scorpio, essentially, whatever's falling apart is essentially putting other things together. Okay, it's putting you in your boss mode. For some of you, it's happening because it's ultimately putting you in your power. For some of you, it's what you manifested. That's really just what it is, because the Emperor is a divine counterpart of the feminine, which is the Empress. Okay, the mother, the divine feminine. She's abundant. That's a receptive energy, right? So this is about forward progression. Okay, it's about moving forward, continuing to be in your boss energy no matter what, not letting anything that may be trying to knock you off, you're not letting that stop you. Okay, that anything that is ending right now or any type of betrayal that you are experiencing right now, it's not to say to bypass it and act like you don't feel how you feel about it, but it is to say don't allow it to let you spiral, okay, in the wrong direction with the wrong momentum. All right, so expand at the bottom. Okay, so understand that whatever is happening right now, Scorpio, is happening for your, ultimately for your expansion, for your growth. Okay, for your evolution. All right, it's ultimately happening because you're manifesting. For a lot of you, you're manifesting brand new fucking timeline. Okay, with the nines, all the nines we got out here, plus the 9 year, the 9, 9, 9, 9, 4 9s, and the year 9. Right, man. Let's see. Some overall guidance and advice for Scorpios for the week ahead, please. Guidance and advice for Scorpios. And what I'm also getting, Scorpio, is that if someone has tried to like maybe block you or tried to hurt you in some type of way and it didn't work, they were blocked out. And that's because you're protected. Because you learned maybe what you were supposed to learn from a situation. That's why it couldn't harm you. Okay. So ask for help. Okay. You have to ask for what you need because your angel, spirit guides, your team, all they're not going to intervene without your permission. Period. Okay. Anything else for Scorpios? Okay. All right. So the bottom we have connect. So it's about connecting with people around you, which it makes sense. Okay, like I said, Spirit is saying you're supported. We already talked about that. It's maybe with people that you work with or things that you're working on. Spirit is saying you are divinely supported, so you need to ask for what it is that you need. Meaning, even if it means start with asking your spirit team and guides to align you with people that are in the 3D that can help you and propel you forward, or align you to resources or equipment or whatever it is that you might need. You still need to ask for that. Okay, and if it's people in the 3D that right, that can maybe take up for you while you go on a vacation, or while you go on a drive, or watch your kid for you while you go, do this or that. This is Spirit saying, ask for what it is that you need. Okay, closed mouths don't get fed. That's a saying for a reason. So, because that's how powerful your words are, right? So you're being asked to request help from another. You don't need to deal with this issue alone. There are many people who want to help you, but it's up to you to bravely ask for their support. It's a sign of strength to reach out. Do that today. Okay. Then we have jump in. You're being asked to take a chance and give whatever you're questioning a try. The stars will never all align in just the right way. Sometimes you just have to take that leap anyway. This is that time. Okay. So for some of you, this is maybe taking a leap with love. And what I'm also getting here is, for some of you, if this has to do with, like I said, a relationship or connection, something like that, where there's maybe hidden feelings, things underneath the surface that haven't been expressed. It feels like something is maybe coming into your experience to put an ending to that. Maybe it hasn't ended yet because there's some healing that someone is coming in to help you do, right? I've learned that as well, that, while a lot of the stuff that we think we can do by ourselves, we're very powerful on our own. However, there are certain agreements that we made with other people before we incarnated into this experience and this lifetime, that we need their support with. It's like they have the key to the lock. They have the other piece of the puzzle. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you need it. If it's not there, like, right, if somebody else has that key and you need it to open this lock, this door, you know what I'm saying? How else are you going to do it? So some of you, that's what I'm getting here is that um it's like something isn't completely ended yet because there's a cycle that's still needing to close, but it is closing. For some of you, this week ahead, the cycle is closing. Okay, the cycle will be closed. All right, but there's a need for shadow work again when we were talking about the moth. Okay, and I was saying that earlier with what I was getting with your channel messages. Okay, attractive to a flame, attractive of that to a flame, shine, embrace your uniqueness, transformation, hidden knowledge and information, feminine moon energy, need for shadow work, crown, third eye chakra, trust your intuition, seek guidance within, growth, can't skip steps, find your voice. Okay, so some of you are also being guided to not skip steps, and that could be why something hasn't yet ended, because you needed to get to the nine. Can't skip steps. Some of you are trying to like bypass closing out a certain cycle, or make it, actually ending something. Some of you are trying to block that out, not realizing that you can't move forward, or you can't. It's kind of like the same as trying to marry someone before you get a divorce from someone else. It's like, it's not going to happen. You need to get a divorce first before you can marry someone else legally. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like giving me that type of energy where spirit is enforcing that you need to take care of this, okay, before you can do that. It's like you need to move this couch out before you can let the new put the new couch in. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to, because it feels like there's no room otherwise. Energetically speaking, it won't. You can't do both. You can't have both. That for some of you is sacrifice in itself. What we are just talking about, sacrifice, and that's where you have to make a decision. Is it worth it? Am I willing to sacrifice this for that? How bad do I want it? And that's again why the why is so important. Okay, so make sure that whatever it is that you're, wanting, that you're clear about your why you want it. Because when it requires you to give up certain things to have it, you want to make sure that you're willing and okay to give it up. Because sometimes it'll just get taken from us, and you're like, damn, I didn't know that was what, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I wish I'd known that was what that was about. Then I would have a chance to, so I could have a chance to change my mind. Like, it doesn't always work like that, right? So that's again why it's important to get clear about things and connect to yourself as well as others, right? So you're not only clear about your intentions, but you're also clear about others' intentions. So, Scorpios, that's what I have for you. I trust that those that received the message, that got the message, received it. And yeah, like I said, for those of you that are interested in your own personal reading, feel free to reach out to me on YouTube or TikTok, Lemon8 or Gumroad. So, but yeah, I love y'all so much. And like I said, if you did resonate with the reading, I'd love to hear about it. Otherwise, you know what to do. And until next time, howdy.